we do have an NFL game tonight.
We do? Do we have to talk about this game? do we actually have an NFL game?
They're warming up they're warming up Allegiant Stadium there in Vegas for the bowl season.
Easton Stick versus Aiden O'Connell.
Exactly.
What a game, guys.
Boise, North Dakota State and Purdue. How about that? No, they played Iowa, North Dakota State.
I have zero thoughts on this game. I can't imagine wager on this contest tonight. This is one of those games where you guys will joke with me, but I will go to bed at halftime and be totally fine with it.
I like the under 34.5. I know these primetime overs have made a little comeback here. I think it's 6 out of 7. So sometimes it's good to zag when the unders are killing. Maybe you go to the overs. Now when the overs are doing well, maybe go back to the unders and just look. The Raiders, I watched a lot of that game, a lot more than I want to admit, against the Vikings last week.
I'm sorry.
Nobody scored till a few minutes left. Nobody even got into the red zone the entire game. So now you're going to ask these teams to get 35 plus points. Who knows if O'Connell, it sounds like he's on a short leash, so it might be Hoyer. They owe Garoppolo a bunch of money if he plays and gets hurt, so I don't think we'll see Garoppolo. So if it's Hoyer versus Easton Stick, isn't this like 16-13, 13-10? I'm surprised the over took money because it was 33 and a half. I'm okay. Look, I'll bet the under. I'm okay if you beat me in this type of game. So under 34.5 is the play for me.
I would rather go to the dentist, clean the gutters, scrub the toilets. I would rather do so many things than bet this game. I have no interest.
The energy tonight on the broadcast is going to be very enthusiastic, isn't it?
No, it'll be okay with Alan Kirk in Vegas. I'm sure they had some fun, and I'm sure Kirk hit the blackjack tables, and they had some good meal. They'll be into this tonight.
I think Al will be into it. Al got bumped from a playoff game too. Al got bumped by NBC, so maybe you see a little resurgence from Al. Al might come with his A game tonight.
I'm curious about this. I just want to see like what complete brain fart the Chargers will have during this game, and you will just be sitting there completely just jaw wide open, like what the hell just happened kind of deal. I'm looking forward to
some dumb fourth down decision again, right? It has to be something stupid.
Do
the Chargers just leave Staley in Vegas? Do you just leave him there?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, we only have like 4 more games of this, so it's like we need to treasure these few more valuable weeks of the Brandon Staley era in LA that we have. But there'll be worse places to be left. That's for sure. You could leave me in Vegas. I'm fine with that.
Might end up being a good thing for the Chargers too. You get a top 5 or 7 pick. You get maybe somebody like Bowers. You put Herbert with Bowers, and maybe you get a new coach. Who knows? It'd be good for the league if you get Herbert some help there. I know. Look, maybe more of it's on him than we want to let on, and maybe we overrate him a little bit. But he's still a good player. You'd like to see him get some help there.
Yeah, it's funny. I went on with Jason McIntyre, who was hosting the Herb yesterday, and he kind of talked about it, and he asked where I thought Jim Harbaugh would be next year. And I said I would not surprise me at all if Jim Harbaugh were the coach of the Chargers.
So who gets the Michigan job then?
I don't know. But the thing is, if you listen, immediate, he's skipping right over the Iowa offensive coordinator job and going.
No, he's going to come out with his 4 wide in Iowa. He's going to light up Tennessee. Then he's going to get the Michigan job, which would mean more airtime for me and you guys too, which is good for everybody. Yeah.
It's funny because if you listen to Bruce Feldman's report, Harbaugh is going to get suspended next year.
Yes.
And so he's not going to come back and sit out 8 games.
They're losing what? How many guys in the NFL? 20 guys in the NFL?
And all the Michigan fans are like, oh, we hear about this every year. Harbaugh is going to go and he's back this is a little different this year. So I think it makes too much sense. He coached in San Diego. He coached at Stanford, coached at 49ers. It makes too much sense for him to not consider that. And then people, of course, brought up the will the ownership pay him what he's going to want and be able to be like second fiddle ego wise in that organization. So who the heck knows? But all I know is we're going to enjoy that game tonight. Sitting there, Geoff will be asleep. We'll be texting, and all of a sudden there'll be no responses from Geoff, and we'll be like, okay, he's out, he's done. And then it's like literally, what was it? Tuesday morning, I wake up at like 7, and there's a text like from an hour ago. did not expect to wake up and see those results. I'm like, my man's in bed like at 9 o'clock and he's up at like 5.
Early riser.
Unbelievable.
Young kids, man. We got school. Got to be up. Got to get them to school.
Yeah, I don't got to worry about that. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.